Well, I'm trying to figure out what to do today. I've got a million things to do. One of them is to throw this piece of paper into the recycle bin. 2021 to 2022. This is something someone was throwing out. Set your goals. Start with the big picture. Well, whoever owned this before I found it obviously didn't have any goals in their life or did anything at all. But what I'm going to do right now is use this page to see if this is working. This is my pen that I have filled with carbon ink. And let me dip it into the water, see if it starts up again. It does. Now, Ms. Marilyn Darling is telling me that I need to empty out my pens of carbon ink when I'm not using them and clean the pen out and all that kind of stuff. And I just don't have time for that. But I think I probably will empty all of this ink out. I did try out the ink and it did flow when it was working, but just leaving them for a week and expecting them to work again is asking a little too much of carbon platinum carbon ink, because they will eventually clog up like this has. Well, it hasn't clogged up. It is, well, it is. It has. So let me just get rid of all this ink. See if it works. Trying to take as much of it out as possible. And no, I'm sorry, I'm not going to take the pen completely apart and wash every little piece, but I will flush it out with water and fill it up with ink that will work for me all the time, not just some of the time. Hello, Kim. So let me do that here. This pen has sort of a loose section, which drives me crazy when they're loose. And there is a pen repairman trick of putting just a little tiny piece of tape or a little tiny piece of paper between the section and the feed. The section and the barrel that'll just add a little bit more friction fit. That will hold it tightly. So now where's my Waterman ink? Ashok Kumar, wherever that is. That's the kind of ink I like. Nice, not waterproof Waterman. So what I'm trying to do is empty all of this ink that I don't like out of these pens, because they do clog. They do just clog in the thing. This one is clogged. So that sucks. Just let that soak. So Ashok Kumar, do I know you at all? Are you someone I know? I should know? I think if I was in the position to really like carbon ink and I wanted to use waterproof ink for drawings, I would have maybe 3 pens that I would dedicate to that use, and just use them, which is probably what most people that use that kind of ink do. Okay, paper, marker pen. Next time you have a loose second, try painting them with a normal marker pen on both parts. Oh, I see. So you take, you're adding a little bit of width to the thickness of both parts, and then slide them in and they'll be tight. In my case, I often will, I might find a pen like this that has a really nice nib, but it's missing the lever, so I'll take the section out of it, and then I'll find a barrel that is fine and I put it in, so it's not exactly the same. And that's another way things sort of get mixed around. So that might have been, they may not have started off life together. Okay, let's see if this comes out yet. So I was trying to clean up part of my studio today and ended up finding a pen that evidently I had accidentally, fuck, I hate this. I hate this. Okay, where's my tool I need to take out the rest of the sack? I don't know what is causing these sacks to not last. Is it the sack? Is it the ink? Is it my life? Is it my own sinful life that's causing this to happen? Okay, this is what I want. I want this tool. So now, there. Now I got to fix this pen all over again. So this goes here. This is removed. No, it's clogged. Thank you very much, Carbon Ink, for doing that to me. So now I have to soak this in water. And now I'm a mess. Look at this. And look at this. There, so pretty. Let's turn to a nice day. Okay, here's the pen that I found in the other room. Waterman. And it has a lovely purple ink in it. Now I'm getting my inky fingers to get my pen all inky. I think carbon ink is not for me. I think that's just the lesson I learned. Look at this. It's all over the place. You know, if it was Waterman ink on my fingers, it would stay on my fingers because it would dry instead of staying messy. Let's see if I can. And honestly, it's better clean out. Or do I have to put it in the ultrasonic cleaner? Am I going to have to plug that in again? Help me, people. Yeah, Waterman Black. That's what I use. Just use Waterman. Must be the way to do it. None of this crazy stuff. So I've got 2 jobs on my plate right now that when I'm done with them, I can buy tickets to go to Minnesota for the summer and hopefully relax. If I have a job that I have to do while I'm in Minnesota, I might just say, I'll do it when I get back. Or I'll say, I'll do it for you, but I'm on vacation and it's just going to cost more money. Or I'll be happy to do it because I have bills to pay. There's all sorts of possibilities. Somewhere here I have a really nice Waterman Stately that I found, and I thought, this is too nice to sell to other people. I'm going to keep it. And of course I can't find it now. Go to wash hands. Okay, I'll be right back. Hate washing my hands. Well, this is as good as it's getting. Is this carbon ink? I think this is Waterman ink. Where's this carbon ink? I think it's Waterman. Put that in my pocket. So, I should wear these glasses. Look at them. They're you have a little plus sign for showing their magnification glasses. Do they work? They do. Kind of, sort of. They're very heavy. They want to fall off my head. Okay, what do I have in here? I don't know what these are. The hell? These are all things that need nibs. I guess. Put them away. What do these need? Nibs and sacks. I suppose. Let me just try something here. Okay, touchdown. I have a box of touchdown pens. I got so many boxes like this that are filled with these kinds of pens, and I should just put them back in the drawers and throw away the box. Look at this. What's this doing here? What does this need? Other than that piece of tape. Lovely pen. Saltz Brothers. I think these all need sacks. This is a reed pen. So you'd dip it. This is what Van Gogh used to draw with. Okay, when did I put that sack in? I used to put sacks in and they would last forever. And I put them in and they don't last forever anymore. I don't get it. Dear me. What are these doing? This looks like it has a nice nib. You know, there are boxes that I have pens that I want to keep for myself, and then I forget where the box is, and then I unearth the box, and then I sell a pen, and I think, oh my God, I wanted to keep that one. So I should just have a big thing that says keepers, so I know what I'm doing, because when I accidentally sell a pen that I didn't want to sell, I get sad. It makes me sad. Okay, one of my people I talked to recently wanted a very fine pen, and this might be the pen for him because I suggested a Sheaffer. Do these need pressure bars? No, I don't think they need. Yeah, I guess this box needs pressure bars. I guess that's why they're separate. Why don't you just label the box here? Pressure bar box. Is this the one I just looked at? Yes. Needs a pressure bar. What does this need? Perfectly Good Waterman, number 12. The only thing it needs is ink in it. That's, in a way, that's why the Waterman 12 is a perfect pen. No moving parts. No sack, no nothing. There's 5 parts in it. The barrel, the cap, count them, 1, 2, the section, 3, the nib, the feed, 5 parts. That's about the fewest number of parts you can have on a pen. And Marilyn would like them, maybe, because they're easy to clean. You just unscrew it and flush it out with your water, and you're done. So why are you putting it back in that box, Pierre? Put it in a different box. There, it's in a different box. It's in a different drawer. Okay, this has a barrel somewhere that goes along with it. Where do you think this would be? It's right here. Look at that. It's right there. Needs a nib. I think I'm going to keep this one. This is a very late Eversharp Symphony pen, and sort of a last gasp. Put this in the keeper bin. Yeah, eyedrop pens, it's hard to beat them. Here's another one, another Waterman, needing a nib. I have a nib somewhere. There's a nib right here. This nib though looks like the one that the beak of Woody Woodpecker when he runs into a brick wall, zigzags up and down. It's in this pen. Much more modern nib. I can find an old nib. Try this nib. See if this fits in here. These are barrels that I just have nibs in. They're missing the lever box and sack and everything, but at least I can put a nib in there to just test out the nib. If I like the nib, then I can take the nib out. It's a nice nib. It's wants to be really, really fine. It's saying, I want to be fine. I want to write little tiny fine lines. But then you can suddenly say, you can press down with a lot of effort to get a thicker line. But it takes a little bit of oomph to make that happen. And sometimes that's fun, to have to work. Fat little Schaefer. This seems like it works. Does it work? Okay, look at this. See, it's another one of those sacks. So I have to resack this one. And again, I don't know if I resacked this one 3 months ago or I resacked this one 30 years ago. But the fact that if it was 3 months ago, I would be very upset that these sacks are not functioning. Anyway, I'll fix this one. But this is a pen. I'm sure I have one like this in my collection already. But there's something really satisfying about the sort of shorter size of a pen. The weight goes forward. Your attention goes forward in my head toward the point. And I think about the word I'm writing. And I've kind of like that. Emphasis toward the bow. Trying to see if this is a lifetime nib or not. Doesn't have the white dot here, so it may be a different kind of a nib. But again, like that Waterman I just showed you, I like the fact that the little tiny bit of flex you get requires a lot of effort. You sort of build up your muscles using this pen. Okay, let me just see if I can find my little tool that I just had with me. Where are you, little tool that I just had with me? Okay, let's take a look. Where's my loop? so I can see where are my glasses that I just had. For God's sake. I hate getting old. Oh, it is a lifetime nib. Anyway, I'll leave it there. I'll leave it right where it is. Because I like this nib, and I like it in this pen. I love, if I can, to put, if a pen sort of suggests a certain kind of writer, or a certain, if it makes me think of a certain kind of art, or a certain kind of word, or poetry, or prose, or whatever, I think, okay, what kind of nib, if I could pick the right nib to match the personality of the pen, what would I pick? And short stubby pens, I often put stub nibs in them. And this is clogged too. It's never easy. So let me find water. I'm going to put water in here and put both of these nibs in here to clean them. There. They're in their little bath. Now, normally, I put the little bath and the pens together, so I know which pens they go to. But sometimes they get all mixed up. I haven't really messed up that many. I mess them up more with tomato sauce than I do with ink these days. Okay, what about this pen? What's wrong with this one? I think I got this from Cedar. Bylard. It was missing its clip or its ring. But it had a nice nib. The ugliest pen ever made. This is a steel nibbed pen. Seems to work. This can go in my steel nib drawer, wherever that is. Right there. And this is a gold nibbed wherever. No name pen. Oh well. I probably should get back to my work here. This one has a big blobby sort of fat nib. This is the kind of nib I like the least. Loud and obnoxious. This is the guy on the highway that needs a new muffler. Okay. I'm off. Be good, everyone.